And there's a bit more in John 14 that I want to look at too. I want to give you one more thing from John 14. Again, he says, peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. So he says this, do not let your hearts be what? Troubled, and do not be afraid. Do not be afraid, right? Because that fear is what stops you from making him your peace, right? You are afraid. And if we be honest, most of us are afraid to truly give God all of who we are because we know there's things in us that he has to get out of you. There's some sins that you have given permission to stay around that God's bringing the eviction order in some of y'all lives today. He's saying you got to let it go. You cannot move into the next year, hold on to the same sins that you've been dealing with all year long. Remember, you cannot receive what God has for you unless you are able to let go of the thing that God is trying to take from you. Do you not know that when he says do not be afraid, it occurs 365 times in the Bible? Do not be afraid occurs 365 times in the Bible. That is so beautiful. Why? Because by saying do not be afraid, every single morning you can get up 365 days in a year. That means God has given you this promise from his mouth every day. Every day you can get up and say, today I choose, I will not be afraid of what the world has for me because God has already went before me. Every day. Every day you can tell yourself that. Not today, Satan. I will not be afraid. You're a liar. Jesus is inviting us to trust in him and to enter into an abundant life marked by divine peace. This is what I know. We can live in this peace of the Lord always. We can live in this peace always. It is a promise from him for every day of the year. So what are you going to choose? I choose God's peace. That's what I'll choose. That's what my heart's at. That's the movement that I believe the Father's asking from me.